Morning, Mom. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time. We are students from Unika Santo Paulus Ruteng from the English Study Program.
This topic about material giving criticism and suggestion. Definitions: criticism is to expressing disapproval or a literacy analysis of something by taking a detailed look at the pros, cons, and merits. Also, criticism is the practice of judging the merits and faults of something. The judge is called a critic. Criticism is an evaluative or corrective exercise that can occur in any area of human life. Criticism can therefore take many different forms. How people go about criticizing can vary a great deal. In specific area of human endeavors, the form of criticism can be highly specialized and technical. It often requires professional knowledge to appreciate the criticism. To criticize does not necessarily imply to find fault, but the word is often taken to mean the simple expression of an subject against prejudice, not matter positive or negative. Often criticism involves active discernment, but it may only mean taking sides. Constructive criticism will often involve an exploration of the different sides of an issue. Criticism is often presented as something unpleasant, but they are friendly criticisms, amicably discourses, and some people find a great pleasure in criticism or keeping people sharp. When criticism involves a dialogue of some kind, direct or indirect, it is an intricately social activity. Criticism is also the study, evaluations, and interpretation of literature, artwork, film, and social trends. The goal is to understand the possible meanings of cultural phenomena and the context in which they take shape. In so doing, it is often evaluate how cultural production relate to other cultural productions and what their place is within a particular genre on a particular cultural tradition. Example of criticism in a sentence: I asked my sister for some constructive criticism of my essay before I tried to revise it. I had one minor criticism about her design. Seek reason why criticism good things. 1. Criticism is a form of communications. 2. Feedback helps make your product stronger. 3. It forces you to think about how you work. 4. The right kind of criticism can give you an advice. 5. Use positive language, elite, and solution. 6. Don't take it personally. What causes a person to be critical of others? When we talk about other people, we actually projecting our own traits into others. In this case, critical people project aspects of their personality or behaviors they don't accept or want to see in themselves, but they don't see it others.
Okay guys, there are types of criticism. The first, irrelevant criticism. This kind of criticism comes from an individual who is critical of everyone or everything to the extent that they will make critical comments about something that is totally out of context and not relevant to the situation. For example, you are talking to your neighbor about an upcoming function you are planning and in the midst of real conversation, your neighbor states, "By the way, you are appear to be gaining weight." Irrelevant criticism doesn't deserve you are respond and is best ignored. Say, "Okay, I appreciate you letting me know," and sit back to the conversation on hand. The second, value criticism. In these types of criticism, you are not sure if the person criticizing you is trying to help you with a valid feedback for improvement or is putting you down. Use probing questions start with what, where, when, how, and why to explore the person's intent behind the criticism before you become defensive. For example, if someone important to you say, "Lately, you have been slacking off," then ask them, "What do you mean by slacking off?" Or, "When have you seen the behavior in me?" The third, valid criticism. Also call it constructive criticism. This is when people offer you helpful suggestions for improvement based on accurate perspective of events. The intent of the person giving this criticism is to help you. Usually, a criticism is valid if imitation is knowledge about the subject they are giving feedback on. And also if you have heard it from more than one person. You respond to a valid criticism by one of the following four ways: acknowledge, thinking, apologize, and dismissing, agreeing to what appears accurate to you in the criticism. An example of a valid criticism is when your supervisor point out to you that you have been forgetting to copy them on certain kinds of emails. The fourth, unjustified criticism. This type of criticism is not based on any fact and the intent of the person giving this criticism is to put you down, attack your character, or manipulate you into saying or doing things to meet their needs. For example, "You are an idiot," "You are stupid," or "By doing this, you have proven again," and how incompetent you are. Your false response should be to retort defensively, but to take a step back. Focus on your breathing for a few seconds. Slow down your thinking and try to visualize yourself in a rational frame of mind. Having done that, skills without attacking or surrendering, you can ask more probing questions similar to those used for value criticism, or you may come up with a rational response such as, "Like every human being, I do sometimes make mistakes, but that doesn't make me a stupid or incompetent person."
Okay, next, 6 reasons why criticism good things. The first, criticism is a form of communication. Second, feedback helps make your project stronger. The third, it forces you think about how to work. The fourth, the right kind of criticism can give you an advantage. The five, use positive language, elites and isolation. The six, don't take it personally. What causes a person to be critical of others? When we talk about other people, we're actually projecting our own traits into others. In this case, critical people project aspects of their personality or behaviors they don't accept or want to see it themselves. but they do see it in others. Suggestions are ideas that can be taken or rejected. It's up to the person who rejects the suggestion. A suggestion is a solution intended to solve a problem at hand. A suggestion is someone's opinion on something being discussed. Suggestions are usually also used as a means to solve problems. Advice is aimed at something that is not good to be better. Example for a suggestion: let's get pizzas. Characteristics of a suggestion. Suggestions are actively encouraged. Submitting suggestion is easy. Evaluation of suggestion is fast. Feedback is timely. Implementation is quick. Improves are recognized and success is celebrated. Suggestions box performance is measured and improved. Why people give suggestion? Making a suggestion means telling another person what we think that they should do or what we think is a good idea. We are giving our opinion about what action another person should take. The most common way to make a suggestion is use the modal should. Thank you.